Hare Krishna. Good morning, my dear Prabhus, dear Matajis. Thank you for joining our morning japa session. And thank you for also understanding that we skipped the sessions yesterday. Hare Krishna. Good morning, Rajnath Prabhu, Navadip Chandra Prabhu.
Good morning, Hare Krishna.
Mhm.
Good morning,
Yeah.
everybody.
So, yes, this is not the usual drill. We will read a bhajan from Saranagati coming from a one of our Acharya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and we will read the translation afterwards. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the Ohe Vaishnav Thakura. Ohe Vaishnav Thakura, Doya Sagara, Edasa Karuna Kori, Deya Padaya Chaya, Sodho He Amaya, Tomara Charana Dori. Chaya Bega Domi, Chaya Dosha Sodi, Chaya Guna Deho Dase, Chaya Satsanga Deho Amare, Bose Chi Sangara Ase. Ekar Ekaki Amara Nahipaya Bala Harinama Sankirtane Tomi Kripa Kori Srada Bindo Diya Deho Krishna Namadane Krishna Se Tomara Krishna Dita Paro Tomara Sakati Ache Amito Kangala Krishna Krishna Boli Dai Tava Pache Pache. A read translation. O vulnerable Vaishnava, O ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. Teach me to control my six passions, rectify my six faults, bestow upon me the six qualities, and offer unto me the six kinds of holy association. I do not find the strength to carry on alone the Sankirtan of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just one drop of faith with which to obtain the great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is yours. You have the power to give him to me. I am simply running behind you, shouting, Krishna, Krishna. So this is a very sweet bhajan. Yeah, next time we could have a session or um, singing this bhajan. So Hare Krishna. So tonight we will not be reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, but we will be glorifying a very exalted Vaishnava. We will try to understand the passing away of a devotee and also what are the applications in our lives regarding the situation. So yesterday, few weeks ago actually, a very great Vaishnava contracted this virus in Mayapur, India. As you have heard, sobrang daming mga cases ngayon sa India. Sabi nga nila, hindi lang wave, tsunami. And yes, of course, we might think na, oh, kala ko ba pag devotee, protected ka ni Krishna and all. So Krishna works in different ways. His energies, um, his will and desire niya. Sometimes we cannot even conceive kung paano nangyayari yung mga bagay-bagay. So yes, one of the exalted twins na mga devotees natin from Mayapur contracted this coronavirus, the COVID-19. Then he was hospitalized for weeks, no? Almost a month. Then afterwards, he was transferred back. He was transferred to Calcutta. Then he was transferred back to Mayapur. Then from there, like almost a week or pinag-usapan natin din yung last time yung transfer na rin siya. Tapos yung ngayon bumalik siya. Actually, few of the ashrams in Mayapur was converted into like a COVID place to take care of devotees there. So yes, yesterday, as Krishna arranged, His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu at 12 noon, around 12 noon sa India time, passed away. So yes, for sure, some of our devotees have met him. Some became student. I've met him 3 times. No close association, but of course, his life affected us really, really deep sa practice natin. And kung ano yung meron yung Mayapur, it is by his association as well kung paano naging ganun yung community. Navitip Chandra Prabhu, Radhanath Prabhu, have you met His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu ba? I think si Navadip Chandra Prabhu naging teacher niya. So we could tell some stories about Pankajangri Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna everyone. Good morning. So, ayun nga. Si Pankajangri Prabhu is kumbaga ako sa ano ko sa aking point of view. Meron din ako mga kamag-anak na nagpa-pass away na I mean ano to, nagpa-pass away sila or pinsan o tita, ganyan. Pero parang okay, alam ko andoon yung grave pero parang hindi gano'n katulad nito dito sa devotee na 'to. Kasi parang ina-examine ko din yung sarili ko, na teka, hindi ko naman kaano-ano 'to, pero bakit gano'n na lang yung ano ko, yung parang lamentation o parang apektado. Kasi nga ano, yun great devotee and then also very humble devotee. And ano 'to, siguro kahit hindi gano'n ka-intense yung kumbaga parang tindi ng association na talagang, magtropa kayo o laging magkasama, hindi naman gano'n. Pero andun yung relationship, eh. So yun nga sabi ni Radhacharyan Prabhu na somehow I have the chance na maging student niya. And nga pala siya yung 'di ba nung nasa Calcutta pa lang siya, yun yung dinedicate natin na episode ng Little Temple na yung about kay Lord Nrsimhadev. And siya nga yung isa sa mga unang-unang pujari ni Lord Nrsimhadev o yung worshipper ni Lord Nrsimhadev. So, yun nga. And then, ngayon, kahapon, nag-pass away na siya, which is very, hindi naman natin, kumbaga, expected. Pero, kumbaga, ganun kumbaga, deteriorated na yung lungs. Parang, andoon na, parang gusto na siyang kunin talaga ni Lord Nrsimhadev. And sabi nga, mga ganyang pagkakataon, madalas ang meditation ng devotee or inisip ng devotee tinatawag na sila ni Prabhupada para sa ibang service. Kasi yun naman talaga yung ng Vaishnava o ng devotee is kahit saang place is mag-aano pa rin. Yun yung parang ready to serve. Ready to serve. So, ayun. So, sobrang humble si Pankajangri Prabhu. And ganun nga din yung kapatid niya si Jananivas Prabhu. Kumbaga, sabi nga ni Prabhupada yung may nakita ko sa isang yung sa mga post niya. Para daw silang character sa Chaitanya Charitamrita na lumabas sa libro, na hinugot sa libro, na makikita mo parang alam mo yung kasi nung naging teacher namin sila, ano yung nakakita ka ng ng ewan ko, demigod o saintly person na on the spot nasa mukha mo na yung lahat ng lalabas sa bibig nila is sobrang ano 'to, sobrang parang piling-pili talagang wala wala kang itatapon, wala kang itatapon, alam mo 'yun? Na lahat gusto mong saluhin, lahat holy, na pagka ayaw mong umalis sa association niya kasi baka malamang may sasabihin siya na hindi mo maririnig, malas ka, parang ganyan. Na kahit na may gagawin ka na, hinihintay mo pa rin yung mga sasabihin niya kasi sobrang laging beneficial nga. Tapos, ayun, sabi nga ni Prabhupada is parang, no comparison sa kanilang dalawa. Tawag nga sa kanila transcendental twins ng Mayapur. And yun, sobrang humble niya na yun nga yung sinabi ko ano 'to, yung sa pinost ko na sobrang humble nila na ang dami ng devotee or even sannyasi na nag-aalok sa kanilang mag-take ng sannyas actually. Maraming gustong mag-take shelter sa kanila kasi sobrang, devoted nga or sobrang focus dun sa service nila sa DT. Si si Jananibas Prabhu is sa Radha Madhav and si Pankajangri Prabhu is kay Lord Nrsimhadev sa Mayapur. So, pero sabi nga, even mga sannyasi wino-worship sila. Na parang, hindi na kailangan maging sanyas kasi kumbaga hindi naman sinasabing mas mataas sila sa sanyas kasi parang ang dating sobrang humble nila tapos, um, yung mga sanyasi gano'n din, nanghihingi ng advice sa kanila or anything. Basta gustong-gusto lagi lahat ng mga tao yung association nila. Silang dalawang magkapatid. Sabi nga ni Prabhupada is yun nga, no comparison sa dalawa. Ang point ko dun is, hindi na nila kailangan sabi nga, hindi na nila kailangan maging sanyasi kasi, ano na sila, yun nga direct servant ni Krishna o direct servant ni Lord Nrsimhadev, direct servant ni Radha Madhav. And, sobra talaga parang ang gusto kong sabihin dun yung yung humble nila is unbelievable na alam mong matagal na silang devotee, um alam mong mataas na klase ng tao sila, pero hindi ka nila kakilala, mag-aano pa sila sa'yo, maggi-greet sa'yo, "Hare Krishna." Talagang hindi yung Hare Krishna lang, yung talagang feel mo na talagang gini-greet ka, tinitignan ka sa mukha, sa mata, na hindi lang basta na ginreet ng gano'n ta's tatanggalin niya na yung mata niya sa'yo o anything, hindi. Parang hinihintay niya pa na, "Anong magagawa ko sa'yo? Parang anong mai-service na ano ko sa'yo?" Parang ano 'to, nakaka nakaka-melt and then yung parang nahihiya ka sa sarili mo na, "Ba't ganito 'tong taong 'to? Saan nanggagaling yung ano nito, yung parang holiness nito o yung humility nito na pagka pagka naka-associate mo siya, gusto mo ring maging gano'n. Gusto mo maging gano'n na gusto mo lagi nandoon ka sa tabi niya para makuha mo yung mga gano'ng klase ng qualities which is, um, very rare, very rare, 'yun. Actually madami pa pero gusto nating marinig din si Radhanath Prabhu. Mamaya na lang ako ulit.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for attending this wonderful association and Sangha. And yes, indeed, very sad turn of events yesterday. Great personality, sabi nga is really a very rare and a very exemplary devotee has passed on. Si Pankajangri Prabhu isa sa mga transcendental twins as they were describing, nicely describing. Wala akong masyadong personal na association with Pankajangri Prabhu, but one thing is for sure, lahat ng mga devotees, especially like Western devotees or devotees na outside of India, pag nakapunta ka ng Mayapur Temple, which is the headquarters of our international society there, pag nagdarshan ka sa mga deities or pag pumasok ka na sa temple at nagpunta ka sa mga altars, pag fortunate enough ka na pumunta ka doon for greetings time, yung 7 o'clock, 7:30, ganun. Pag dumaan ka kay Lord Nrsimhadev, magkakaroon ka ng yung di ba yung merong sombrero ba si Lord na ganun? Yung kanyang helmet na ganun. May tradition silang ginagawa ron na yung mga devotees pwedeng pumila. Kasi pag nagdarshan ka sa deities, mayroon kang mga mercy na makukuha either flowers or yung charanamrita na tinatawag. So iba-ibang stations, may mga ganun ka makukuhang nectar or mercy. Particularly kay Lord Nrsimhadev, like binabanggit nga ni Navadip Chandra Prabhu, si Pankajangri Prabhu, ayan yan, magandang video yan. Napanood ko rin yan kahapon. Very touching video na yan. Amazing. So yung helmet na yan, so sila yung naggaganon sa mga devotees. Parang binibigay nila yung blessing ng Lord Nrsimhadev sa mga devotees. Isusot nila sa yan. So, as far as I remember, yun lang yung meron akong parang personal association or in contact with Pankajangri Prabhu na he's very caring and loving. Siya yung gumagawa ng service na yun. Everybody who is in line tapos dadaan dun sa altar ni Lord Nrsimhadev, siya yung maglalagay ng sombrero. So you feel the Lord's mercy, the Lord's protection, through the devotees, di ba? So that's the wonderful thing about Krishna consciousness. You feel Krishna, you realize Krishna. At least that's our hope, no? We realize Krishna, and we get the mercy of Krishna through the devotees. Mas powerful yung dating kapag yung devotee yung nagbigay sa'yo ng mercy ni Lord. Kasi Lord Krishna is everywhere. He's present. We can practically feel that as a devotee. But since our senses as of now is not fit to actually see the Lord and through His wonderful forms and qualities, hindi natin basta marirealize or makikita. Pero through the devotees' mercy, by their actions, by their service to the Lord, long time service to the Lord, they have blessed with this wonderful parang relationship kay Lord. So Pankajangri Prabhu being there, sabi nga nila naging pudyari siya ni Lord Nrsimhadev, wala halos kasing tumatanggap kasi natatakot. Takot sila sa pwedeng mangyari na pag hindi first class ang service mo or hindi ka talaga qualified, may something bad na mangyayari sa iyo or parang reaction mo, parang ganoon. So, pero parang siya sinasabi nila parang he is one of the only one or one of the few na tumanggap ng early service na yon. Despite na maraming natatakot. So, that is a character of devotee, parang with right determination, with right inspiration from the spiritual master, trying to please the guru. They take the service even though merong sort of danger na parang ganun. I'm just admiring that story na narinig ko na ganun. He was one of the few na nag-take up ng service na yun very early on. Kahit na may ganung klaseng fear. But yeah, so maybe there's another time na alam ko kaming dalawa ni Rukmini yun meron kami mga donations na nakuha or pinasabay sa amin para ibigay kay Pankajangri Prabhu. Sabi kasi for the Nrsimhadev Puja. Kasi yung mga devotees, usually ginagawa pag, alam mo yun, may heartfelt silang prayers of wanting to pray on others' behalf or for protection or for remembrance of Lord Nrsimhadev. Nag-o-offer sila ng donations para gamitin, donations in terms of money or Lakshmi, para gamitin sa pagpuja kay Lord Nrsimhadev. And that time may mga nagpasabay sa amin ng ganon, donations para ibigay directly kay Prabhu para, alam mo yun, mag-recite ng prayers. Kasi isa din siya sa mga main na gumagawa nun, yun, nagbabasa ng mga long prayers and many prayers from different devotees. Mabasahin nila mismo sa harap ni Lord Nrsimhadev. Tama ba? Ganun ba yun? Navadip Chandra Prabhu, di ba? Normally, makikita mo siya dun sa altar ni Lord ni Shinga Dave. Talagang heartfelt, tinitignan si Lord, binabasa. Alam mo yun, talagang personal eh. Yung process ng deity worship talaga, if binigyan ka na ni Lord ng deep realization and inalaw ka niya na sa relationship, talaga makikita mo eh, mawi-witness mo, personal talaga yung dealings nila kay Lord eh. The way they touch the paraphernalias inside, very careful. The way they act inside the altar, talagang hindi pwedeng basta-basta. Lahat first class. Tapos yun, yung pag binabasa na yung mga prayers, makikita mo siya eh. Talagang niya, parang titignan mo, kausap niya talaga si Lord eh. So, napakagaling, di ba? So, on behalf of these devotees, pinapresent niya yung kay Lord. So, one of the many services na ginawa niya sa 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 Mayapur community and community all over the world. Kasi nga siya yung main in charge kay Lord ni Shingandev. Pero yon, so may marami mga nagpasabay sa amin na Lakshmi and wanting to personally give to Prabhu. Yan, yung mga ganyan, no. Napakita ni Navadip Chandra. Ganda niyan, ang galing niyan. Wonderful sight to see. Alam mo yan. A devotee being very, very personal to his beloved Lord. Diba? Napakagaling. So, yun. Tapos, inabangan namin siya kasi nagbibigay din siya ng lecture sa Western devotees. Every Sunday ba yun? Tama ba yun? Parang every Sunday or at least one of the days in a week, ibibigay siya ng class. Might not be Sunday. Parang Sunday si Bhakti Vidya Purna Swami. Anyway, one of those days, may lecture. So, inabangan talaga namin siya. Tapos, dalawa kami ni Rokumini, yung wife. Talagang, inintay muna namin. Kasi, syempre, after ng lecture, marami pa nagtatanong, marami pang makausap sa kanya. So, kinailangan namin hintayin kasi nahihiya kami. Tapos, lalapitan namin. Syempre, parang naririnig mo na sila before. Tapos, tamang starstruck ka sa kanila. Pero, in a way na parang very medyo may takot konti kasi parang baka magkamali ka ng approach. Parang ganun kasi pag magdi-deal ka sa devotee, especially sa devotees na narinig natin na high caliber devotee or wonderful Vaishnava na very exalted in terms of their long time service and their seniority, di ba? Parang nakakaya mag-approach very casually. So, natatakot kami kaya hinintay muna namin lahat matapos bago kami mag-approach sa kanya. So, ayan. Nagkaroon na kami ng opportunity. Very simple lang. Si Prabhu, nakaupo lang siya sa floor. And then kami, umupo rin kami sa floor. Tapos, binabanggit lang namin na some of our friends from China and Philippines wants to give this donation for Lord Shingadev to offer prayers like this. So, ganun. Ayan lang, ganun lang. Tapos, Prabhu is very, very calm, very sweet. Nag-thank you siya. Tapos, yung parang, syempre, parang nakabalat ng Lakshmi. Natatawa lang ako kasi very simple. Wala siyang dalang anything. Parang ginanon niya lang sa dhoti niya. Parang gano'n. Ewan ko kung normal na ginagawa yun. Pero, it's just amazing. Kasi, very din sila daw eh. Very, they're well known for their being so simple devotee. As in, very simple. Wala silang masyadong personal effects. Or, alam mo yun, yung mga ganun. Very simple, very humble devotees. So, yun lang. Since, di ba, nabanggit ni Radha Charan Pabunga na, ba't devotee, ganun? Tapos devotee pa ni Lord Nishingadev, bakit naman ganun nangyari, no? And like Prabhu Radha Charan said wonderfully na, we might see that in that way, but we may not understand, di ba? Lord as always has His plan for His devotees, and one thing is for sure, Prabhu is well placed and well positioned, is well protected by the Lord. Sabi nga it's not that the body is the one that the Lord is taking care of. Hindi talaga yung body, it's the soul. Kasi marami rin mga ibang great Vaishnavas that passed on or passed away. Sort of in our understanding, medyo tragic. But something that for sure we can just believe and try to understand that this is all the arrangement of Krishna. Because Krishna never perishes or allows his devotee to undergo such tragic events, but sometimes through our eyes maybe to show some lessons and examples. There's a great lesson here that the devotees can take from the passing away of Pankajang Prabhu. Kasi kasagsagan ng COVID, and then from that situation we can pray to understand the way that he passed away. But one thing is for sure, Krishna always takes care of devotees. Kaya gusto ko lang i-end yung first part ng na-try kong sabihin ngayon sa quote na si Srila Prabhupada binigay niya nung nagle-lecture siya. This is Lecture on Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Text number 13 sa London. This is August of 1973. Sabi niya, basahin ka lang very quickly kasi yung sinasabi ni Radhacharan Prabhu kanina na devotees are dying, the non-devotees are dying, it seems like it's the same. But it's not the same as we will hear from Srila Prabhupada. Quote, this is Krishna consciousness movement. This is Krishna consciousness. Prepare yourself for the next life. Don't be the dying man cries because maybe he is dreaming next life. Horrible life. Because according to karma, those who are very, very sinful, they cry because they see horrible sins at the time of death, and he is going to accept some type of body. But those who are pious, those who are devotees, they are dying without any anxiety. They are dying. The death may take place. The example is given. Foolish people may say that you devotees, you are dying, and the sinful men or non-devotees, they are also dying. So where is the difference? Diba? One may ask daw parang ganun. No, there is difference. There is difference. This has been described by the example. Just like a cat catches its cub and catches the mouse. So formerly, we see that the cat has caught the mouse in the mouth and the cub also in the mouth. But there are difference of catching. The cub is feeling pleasure. My mother is carrying me. And the mouse is feeling death. Oh, now I'm going to die. This is the difference. So, ito na yung pinaka-quote. So, although a devotee is dying and a non-devotee is dying, there is difference of feeling at the time of death. Like the mouse and the cub. And don't consider that both of them are dying in the same process. The process may be same, but the situation is different. Diba? Napakagandang quote. So, basically, it's showing us or it's explaining to us that example, from that example that the devotee is, when he dies, he's being taken care of Krishna. And the devotee's feeling is different because he's out of any anxiety or fear of death because he knows that Krishna is also the death, personified. He comes as cruel death at the time. So, but because he is devotee, he knows this nature, then he has no fear. So, parang ganun. Hare Krishna. Radhacharan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Actually, ever since nung bata ako, parang once lang yata, I never look into a casket pag may nag-pass away, pag may wake. Pero yesterday actually, first time ko rin nakakita ng full ceremony. Kasama sa samskara din yon na Devotee Channel Prabhu, diba? From birth nga to death womb to tomb. And yung care ng devotees. At the same time, pati yung mga samskara. And Pankajangri Prabhu's ceremony nung passing away niya is very glorious. Sumakto nga kasi parang sabi ko, i-share ko ba to sa mga devotees sa Facebook ko? Nakita ng mga devotees ng students. Pero sakto, ito yung inaaral natin palagi. Dumaan tayo dun sa ceremony ng 5 sons ni Draupadi. Ginawa nila yung ceremony. Tapos, ginawa nila kay Bhishma Dev din yun. Diba? And yeah, it's a living culture na nakita natin ngayon na, uy, ito yun, ang ginagawa nila. Devotees nandun. Surrounded sa isipan kadyarya ng devotees. And sabi nga na Devotee Channel Prabhu, yes, Krishna is everywhere. Pero mas mararamdaman mo siya sa mga devotees niya. Just like air. Andiyan naman yung air sa paligid diba? Pero pag gumamit ka ng electric fan o ng AC, mas mararamdaman mo, nakikita mo andyan na. Diba? Nakikita mo siya. Ganun din, if you're gonna have darshan or worship sa deities, pati sa pure devotees, mas nararamdaman mo si Krishna. Yeah, I had a chance na makausap din si Prabhu, very little lang, mga casual talk lang kasi same kay Radhanath Prabhu. And mag-attend ng mga classes niya. Totoo yun, very simple. Very simple, very sweet. Para nga talagang para nagbabasa ng Chaitanya Charitamrita, yung sweetness nila ng mga association ng mga devotees doon. Ganun na ganun, para siyang character na na buhay pa rin hanggang ngayon. So, ganun nga daw kapag nag-advance yung devotees, mas nagiging sweet, mas nagiging humble. And Pankajangri Prabhu is one of those kind of devotee na sabi nga kahit yung mga sannyasis are trying to serve them. Si Guru Dev din, Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, sabi niya, may chances na hindi siya makapunta sa Mayapur, nasa Calcutta lang siya. Tapos, parang sabi ng mga devotees, pati ka pupunta ng Mayapur. Diba? You can call. Pwede yung papunta hindi dito or pwede natin tawagan si Pankajangri Prabhu saka si Janalibas Prabhu. They are Mayapur. Sila yon. Diba? And sabi nga rin ni Guru Dev noon, gusto niya palagi niyang kasama sa association and i-worship niya that these twins. Ganong level, ganong caliber sila. Hindi lang basta doon sa ashram or sa damit na suot. Pero sa ganong level si Pankajangri Prabhu sa si Janalibas Prabhu. Yes, they were born hindi sila Indian body. Sa England sila. And from their stories, galing din sila sa hippie movement. Pero isa sa mga nauna, actually sabi nga na sobrang hilig nila sa mga music, fashion, and all. Uso kasi yung mga Indian fashion doon sa mga culture na dinigaya sa West. Si Janalibas Prabhu yung unang pumupunta sa India. Tapos binabalita lang niya kay Pankajangri Prabhu. Tapos nung pumupunta na sila, nasa Calcutta daw si Pankajangri Prabhu. Nagulat siya, bakit may sado rito sa sa bahay natin, sa quarters natin. Pagharap daw nung sado na yun, si Janalibas na raw yun. Tapos nag-preach si Janalibas Prabhu kay Pankajangri Prabhu. Then hanggang parehas na sila na maging devotee. And yes, sila yung mga unang tinas ni Srila Prabhupada to take care sa Mayapur community natin sa temple doon. Even si Radhanath Swami, when he was in India, is trying to do deity worship din. Ganun din napakaganda ng relationship and association niya dun sa twins. Wala pang syempreng noon, mahirap pa yung phone and puro snail mail lang. Nagkatalong siya pag may question siya about deity worship. Mag-email sila. And after ilang years bago pa sila magkita. And ganun nga daw, same, very consistent. Same characteristics, same sweetness, same humility. And ayun yung test sa atin. And for sure, we want na at least drop nung kanilang steadfastness sa humility mapunta sa atin. Kasi, yes, totoo yun. Nasarap nung beginner's enthusiasm. Pag binigyan ka ng free taste ni Krishna, ang dami mong gustong gawin, ang daming service na gusto mong maging engaged. Diba? Magkasanta ka ng ganito. Diba? Mag-worship ako ng ganito. Mag-aaral ako ng ganito. Ito yung gagawin ko. Sa umpisa, madali. Masaya. Pero as time goes by, paano mo i-maintain? And these two, sila Pankajangri Prabhu, like, nung pagpunta nila sa India, 15 years pa bago sila lumabas ng Mayapur. For what? Just for the visa. Kundi nga kailangan yun, di aalis yun dun. Because of the instructions ng guru. Kaya nila winorship yung Vani, yung instructions ng guru, yung presence ng guru through words. And hindi lang basta-basta out of duty. Talagang beyond the call of duty yung ginawa nila. With all the love and devotion sa services. And hindi lang sa basta-basta sa kwento. Kung pagpunta mo doon, yung atmosphere, nararamdaman mo sa community. And hindi biro din yung community. No? Almost 17,000 yung community ng ISKCON. ISKCON devotee pa lang yun. What more pa yung mga other devotees. And naramdam nila yung twins. And yes, some may ask, bakit nagdadasal for us to save and make Pankajangri Prabhu stay more here sa material world. May mga devotees na nagsabi, just like other Vaishnava din na we don't pray for them for their advancement or safety actually. We pray na mas makasama pa natin sila kasi sila yung natin lifeline or sila yung sneak peek natin sa sa spiritual world. Diba? Kumbaga from Krishna down to our generation, saka I mean in our life, we need this devotees para maramdaman natin yung lakas ng signal ng spiritual world. Kundi parang nawalan ka ng isang router. So ayun yung sobrang kinikrave natin, yung association ng Vaishnava. And again, very glorious yung passing away ni Pankajangari Prabhu. Para kang nagbabasa nga ng Chaitanya Charitamrita, parang yung passing away ni Haridas Thakur, parang yung passing away ni Bhishma Dev. We can only pray actually na hindi kinong kagarbo or whatsoever na yung outer na nangyari. Pero yung mercy ng devotees na yes, we're trying to remember Krishna at the time of our death. Pero sobrang mercy ng, iba rin yung mercy ni Lord Chaitanya pag na-please mo siya kasi He will make ways and means para talagang parang more than 100%, 108% na maalala mo si Krishna. And His passing away is very different. Again, kasi yung consciousness niya is very clear. Di ba may video pa nga na parang hindi na okay talaga yung lungs niya. Pag kinakausap mo siya, very sound consciousness. Very clear. So yes, we might not understand it. Hindi lahat ganito yung death ng devotees. It might seem na iba tragic. And in other, if we really read and study yung scriptures, the Yadavas, Madhavas, and all, yung 9 nila, hindi tragic death din sila eh, di ba? Yung mga personalities sa Mahabharat, same. Si Bhishma Dev, ganun din, di ba? Although he chooses yung best time with the right association, pero full of arrow siya, di ba? Si Krishna even, iba rin yung passing away niya. So we could understand that beyond this material body na transition is ano yung spiritual na nangyayari. And yeah, in application, we can only pray for them to give us even a drop ng love and devotion nila kay Krishna. And of course, yung specifically kay Pankajangari Prabhu, yung steadfastness niya sa service saka sa love sa deities, sa devotees, and sa guru. Doon nagkakaalaman eh. Kapag ginagawa mo na to ng 50 years just like them, gano'n ka pa rin ba ka-consistent? Grabe lang.
Ayun. Anyway, gusto ko naman ni ano yung time na na tinuturuan niya kami. Is yun nga, simpleng-simple yung gestures and all. Pero agos sa puso mo na one time tinuturuan niya kami magpaligo ng deities. And then may sumobrang yan kung parang ganito. Ano ba to? Ayaw mag-focus.
Takpan mo yung mukha mo para ng phone. Yan.
So yan, papaligo ng deities. Ganyan mismo sa Mayapur. Anyway. So yan, pinapaliguan. So talagang tuturuan ka nila ng step by step and then paano gagawin, ganyan. Tapos may parang sumobra na cotton. Sobrang liit lang nung cotton na yun eh. Yung parang pwede mo nang itapon. Kinuha niya. Tapos binalik niya doon sa lalagyanan ng cotton. Sabi niya, don't waste Krishna's energy. Ganun ka-conscious, Hare Krishna. Ang liit lang ng cotton na yon, pwede ng pero kinuha niya, binalik niya doon sa lalagyanan. Parang grabe naman ka-conscious to. Ito na pala sinasabi nilang Krishna conscious. Laging conscious sa energy ni Krishna na hindi nga pwedeng i-waste. And then yung tinuruan, in-assist niya kami maglinis ng Nisinghadev altar. Kumbaga parang teacher namin siya eh. Dapat, gawin niyo to. Ganun ang ine-expect mo eh. Pero okay ba sa'yo na gawin mo to? Tatanungin ka pa. na sobrang napaka-humble na, "Hindi, teacher ako na, gagawin talaga namin 'to. We are meant to do this." And then tini-training mo ako parang gano'n, eh. Pero lagi ka niyang bibigyan ng choice na, "Okey lang ba gawin mo 'to or 'yun ang gusto mo or what do you want to, kung anong gusto mong gawin, here," sabi niyang gano'n. Tapos, nandoon din yung very humorous siya na kasi iniisip mo nga kung saintly person ano na yan, seryoso, hindi never nagbibiro, ganyan. Pero nagbibiro siya and then, even dun sa mga gitna ng talks niya, nagpa-sprinkle pa rin ng mga jokes. Tapos, one time nga nagulat ako, eh. Sa medyo uso sa kanila, hindi ko kinukuwento para gayahin natin, pero I mean, yung pangalan kasi nun ni Shinga Kabatcha, nahanap niya, "Hey, where's NK? Where's NK? Who's NK?" Ni Shinga Kabatcha. So ngayon ginaya na namin yung mga kaklase ko, tawag na namin sa mga letter na ng pangalan nila. Where's RC? Where's, where's NCD? Have you seen, mga gano'n. Basta anyway, natuwa lang kami. Pero ano, 'yun, isa 'yan sa maraming humor niya. Pero, um, even nga yung sinasabi ko na even yung, sanyasi na gusto lagi yung association nila is makikita mo, na lagi silang pinupuntahan. Saan na ba 'yun? So, pero pagka in-approach mo sila parang sila pa yung hiyang-hiya sa'yo na pero yung i-accommodate ka nila, titigil talaga sila para pakinggan ka or anything. So, parang ganito, ano ba 'yun? Ayan, yang nakaupo na isa si ano 'yan, si Satchidananda Maharaj, yung may garland. Tapos siya nandun sa temple room. Ayan, parang sobrang ordinary lang, nakasalampak lang sila dun pero parang great to see na to witness na mga great personality 'to, pero parang mga bata lang na nag-uusap dun, nakasalampak sa sahig. One time nga, kasi kumbaga iba yung expectation ko nga na yung saintly na talagang modest lang na ano lang, diretso lang, ganyan. Ibig ay yung mga brahmachari sa sa Mayapur, di parang the usual na Gora arti o yun yung arti o yun yung ano 'to, basta yung evening program, kantahan yun, kantahan. Medyo ecstatic na. Binuhat silang dalawa, ginawang yung mosh pit, gano'n. Kumbaga kumbaga ayaw din nila pero wala silang magawa dahil gusto ng mga devotee. Hindi sila nagagalit na binubuhat-buhat silang gano'n. Kumbaga parang isipin mo kunyari, parang sabi nga natin parang caliber sila ng mga sanyasi. Mabubuhat mo ba yung mga sanyasi, magaganon mo ba? Parang pinagalitan ka nun or what, or baka mahihiya ka. Pero dahil dahil sobrang humble nila and approachable sila, kayang gawin ng mga ng mga brahmachari sa kanila na hindi nahihiya, hindi natatakot. Pero hindi naman din sila na nagagalit. Tapos nung bumaba na, sayaw-sayaw pa rin. Meron niyang pinakitang video na Nisinghadev, Nisinghadev na ito try natin kung makikita niyo. Anyway, dapat pala nilagay ko 'to sa Anyway, tayo gumana. So yun, merong video na ni Singha Dave na song. Nag-act siya ng Lord ni Singha Dave, si Pangajangri Prabhu. Tapos nanonood si Radhanath Swami, si Radhanath Maharaj. Yun nga, yung isa pa yung kinuwento ni Radhacharan Prabhu na wala pang wala pang email, snail mail pa lang. Ang pagkaka-describe ni Radhanath Maharaj doon, ramdam na daw yung pagkahuli nung pagka-reply nung nag-reply. Na sa letter pa lang daw, nararamdaman niya na yung holy association nila yung dalawang twins na yun na parang gusto niya nang umalis doon sa kinakaalisan niya na dahil gusto niya nang puntahan yung na yun, yung personality na yun. Hindi na siya makapaghintay. Kasi nga maraming tanong si Radhanath Maharaj yung time na yon about sa deity worship. Kumbaga kasi sila yung paano ba sabihin? Pagdating sa deity worship, sila yung Michael Jordan na dapat mong pagtanungan. So, sila yung para sa akin, yung sa word ko, sila yung head pujari ng buong mundo. Buong mundo. Na kasi andoon yung tinuturo nila, hindi pinapractice nila, hindi nakita mo yung character na yung sinasabi ni Radhanath Prabhu na may mga donation tapos magpapadasal parang ganyan or merong mga ashes ng outside devotee outside India na dadalhin sa India tapos may ceremony kasi yun na papaagos mo sa Ganga yung ash. Sila yung gagawa nun. Pupuntahan mo lang sila dun sa kahit sino pwede pumasok sa kwarto nila or pwedeng kumatok sa quarter nila. And then, alam mo may ginagawa sila, babitawan nila yon para sa'yo. O kaya i-schedule ka ng ngayong araw din na to. Pero alam naman natin na punong-puno yung schedule nila pero anuhan ka i-accommodate ka. Hindi lang isa, madami yung mga nagpapaganon na kasi hindi lang basta isasaboy mo yung ash na yun Marami ka pang prayers na gagawin and then ikaw din mismo yung magpapasaboy nun and then yung si Pankajangri Prabhu or si Jananibas Prabhu maliligo din talagang hanggang dibdib niya yun. Papasok din siya sa loob ng Ganga, parang ganun. Mababasa pa rin siya. So what I mean is sa totoo lang, kumbaga kung sa word natin, malaking abala talaga. Maaabalahin mo talaga sila. Pero gagawin nila para sa'yo. Hindi ka nila sasabihan na, alam mo may gagawin ako Yung ma-awkward ka na, ay inaabala pala kita. Hindi. Ang gagawin nila, kunyari, kung hindi man talaga pwede, magbibigay sila ng time. Pero hindi nila sasabihin na marami kasi akong ginagawa Hindi ganun. Sobrang nakakatuwa lang na sobrang humble talaga na parang unbelievable. Unbelievable yung pagka-humble nila na yun nga yung sinasabi ni Radhacharan na teka, ito na ba yung yung mga nababasa ko sa Charitamrita sa Srimad Bhagavatam. Ito na ba yung personality na yun? Parang feeling mo sarili mo very fortunate ka na nakamit ka ng ganong klaseng tao na which is yun talagang instant parang ina-idolize mo agad One time nga nung pagka-uwi ko dito galing sa Mayapur. Gusto ko hindi andoon yung gusto mong tularan pero ang nangyayari imitate na parang na-imitate ko. Sila kumbaga sabi ko nga kanina is hindi sila nagsasalita ng laging pag nagsasalita sila beneficial. Tapos walang tapon. Tas madalas kung di sila magsasalita tahimik lang talaga, tahimik lang. So, gusto ko rin gano'n sana na parang wala na akong yun. Pagka-uwi ko dito, naglagay ako ng earphone. Hindi ako nakikipag-usap sa mga devotee. Ta's gusto ko, magsasalita lang ako 'pag beneficial lang. Kumbaga hindi ako gano'n, gusto kong magpa-joke-joke and anything. So, ayun, hindi ako nakatagal. Hindi ako siya, hindi ako gano'n. But anyway, so 'yan, thank you very much for giving me opportunity to say something about them or him. His Grace Radhanath Prabhu, you want to say something?
Like I said, wala akong masyado talagang personal na association with Prabhu, and kung meron man na parang interaction, very limited. Pero syempre sa mga panahong ganito, ang gusto lang natin makuha um, from the very can say also sad situation, but also very glorious situation, is that somehow or other ma-imbibe natin yung mga good qualities nila. Kasi I think one thing na kailangan natin maintindihan is may mga quote nga na nagsasabi na parang death is temporary. Kasi nga we understand from our scriptures na once you die, you live again eh. Whether sa mga case ng mga pure devotees, they live again. They go back home to Krishna, and they perform their services there. So death is like just a temporary transition para sa kanila. Even sa materialistic point of view, when you die, somebody dies, and they live again, they take another body. So parang ganun. Death is temporary. But living, parang ganun, living with a purpose, that's eternal. So yun yung binigay nila sa atin eh, that lesson, giving their life, giving their youth, giving their bodies in their old age to the service of the Lord, di ba? So it takes a lot of purity, dedication, and commitment. And commitment to what? Commitment to the instruction of the spiritual master. So by their example, by Pankajangri Prabhu's example, sana makakuha tayo ng kahit glimpse lang ng ganong klaseng attitude towards our services, our approach to Krishna consciousness. Kasi like Radhacharan Prabhu saying, mga ano natin sila, mga heroes natin sila, mga somebody who we look up to. And like he said, hindi na tayo kailangan magdasal para sa welfare nila. They're well taken care of. Magdasal tayo para sa atin. And magdasal tayo na sana pagdating ng panahon na maput tayo sa ganong situation, sana may mga ganong devotees din na nasa paligid natin, or at least fortunate tayo na mag-pass away in a Krishna conscious manner, like what Prabhu have nicely showed us. Kasi alam ko it's their decision na nung pagbalik nila nung nakarinig tayo ng balita na pabalik na sila ng Mayapur from Calcutta, somewhere sa hospital sa Calcutta. There is this inclination na sa mind ko na I think they just decided that kasi they know that it's not gonna go very well na rin. Parang wala na rin talaga mangyayari. So, di ba? That decision is very critical. It's very crucial. And I'm sure Prabhu made that decision kasi he knows na eh. So, yung ganong klaseng intelligence, ganong klaseng awareness, ganong klaseng consciousness, sana magkaroon tayo at the time of death. Kasi that's what we hope for. Sabi nga ni Srila Prabhupada, diba, banggit natin text kanina, this Krishna consciousness is that movement that prepares you for your next life. And by so many examples of great acharyas, great personalities, we hope na we can have the same situation, or at least some glimpse of or a tinge of that kind of situation also. But we have to be sincere kasi yun nga isa sa mga dapat nating tanongin sa sarili natin, what do we do now, di ba? Binigay din ni Radhacharan po sa atin, what do we do now? Actually, that question we should be asking ourselves every day, and actually once we kind of embark in this process of Krishna consciousness, what do we do now? We should always ask ourselves that, because that very question can be very helpful in everyday life. Sabi nga parang ano nga yung quote na yun, na parang you live your everyday life in such a way na parang it's the last, parang ganun. So parang sa Krishna consciousness, pwede mo rin siyang ganun din yung approach, ganun din yung mentality, that at least if you're given a chance to live another day, you give it all. You give it all to Krishna consciousness. Of course, madaling sabihin, madaling parang, put sa mind, pero the application is very, very difficult. It takes a lot of maturity, takes a lot of sincerity. And we hope that by their example, again, we can imbibe such qualities.
And yes, we will continue to discuss about Pankajangari Prabhu soon. That's the question. Ano yung gagawin natin? For me, my takeaway is to always take yung association ng devotees as the priority, as well as yung instructions ng guru. We might take it for granted kasi parang andyan naman sila bukas, pwede ko naman siya i-delay, pwede ko naman siya next week na lang, ito muna, and all. Of course, in practical way, we must see them and always put yung instructions ng guru sa heart natin. And yung association ng devotees, we should really relish it. Kasi we'll never know. But everything material is temporary. Either we go or they go. Tapos, nandun tayo sa part na sabi nga ni Nartam Dastakur, I'll smash my head sa rock. Kasi he didn't get a chance to associate ng mga devotees na to. So, habang we have in the era na we could have lectures, watch the lectures, diba? Online, live, contact to the gurus, devotees. Let's take advantage of this. Dati, we could not imagine papagpasa-pasahan nila yung cassette tape na yon para pakinggan nila. Magkaantay sila ng ilang araw, ilang days para sa reply. Diba? Yung lecture, kailangan puntahan nila para maka-attend sila ng lecture. Ngayon, in our phone, magagawa natin yun. So, we don't need to take it for granted. And since we have this facility, Krishna gave it to us, might as well i-grab natin opportunity to have their association. And of course, sabi nga, kay Nabodit po naririnig palagi ito bakit mo kailangan pakasamaan lahat ng devotees? Yes, hindi lahat magkakasundo. Iba-ibang grade ng devotees. Pero everyone is worthy of full respect sa humility ng kailangan natin ibigay sa kanila. Kasi we'll never know when the time of your death, andun din sila. Trying to give you a chance to remember Krishna. Such a great learning. Tutuloy natin tong discussion na to very soon. And maraming salamat. Radhanath Prabhu and Navadip Chan Prabhu and those who are tuning sa atin sa Zoom. Hare Krishna. We'll upload this. Hindi tayo nag-Facebook Live kasi ayaw ng Facebook. Very relishable daw. maraming salamat. Hare Krishna. His Grace Pankajangari Prabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bora Pramananda. Ariel Boal.